Welcome back to Majestic AF. I'm here with two amazing human beings who are doing big things for the veteran community. I know one of them from basic training years ago. Stayed in touch since. My Majestic AF merch will be dropped soon, probably November 13th. So I need you guys to send me your sizes, whatever, the ones that already been talked to you about getting the first wave of merch. That's thanks to Shoo Monkey Creations. Amber Rose Candles was on last week. Amber Rose is an amazing friend of mine, and she makes beautiful candles. So, with that being said, we're gonna jump right into this. This is the guys, some grown vets. Here they are. Introduce yourselves, guys, and let's get into this. Talk about what you're doing for the country and the veterans.
Hey, I'm Junior,
I'm Archie.
and we're
We
grilling
really
vets. And we pretty much started because we live in the Hopkinsville, Kentucky area, and there's a Penny Rail Veteran Center, and they house about 50 veterans. And we decided to start this company in order to give food to the less fortunate and to help out those facilities that are feeding the veterans that don't have any family or nowhere to go and eat.
Yeah, it's over 37,000 veterans experience homelessness a year. And it's actually up like a whole 2% from last year, mostly because of COVID and everything. But, as veterans, if we don't take care of each other, who is?
Yeah, that's the thing I talk to a lot of vets about. Is I feel that it's the only way we're gonna watch out for each other is us. Like we see that the VA fails us. We see how the government assistance fails us. Like when I was down in Tennessee, there was a group called Volunteers of America that was doing like stuff like putting veterans in homes, paying their first 2 months rent until they got a job or whatever. And in Athens, Tennessee, the mayor said like, "Oh, you worked yourselves out of a job. Like there's no more homeless vets anymore." So like they stopped this program, which is extremely sad. Like these people were doing such great jobs, they lost their jobs because of it. You know what I mean? So
Right.
like to see veterans like you two step up and start making waves in a situation, doing it your own way. Like like this is the first thing I've ever heard of like guys grilling, doing something they love at the same time putting back into the community, the veteran community. So how did you guys meet? Were you guys friends for
Well,
a long time?
no,
Oh, he served also. We both served. Me and you went to basic together, and like I went to Campbell. I think where'd you go? You went to Germany, I think,
No,
was it?
no, I went back home to New York. I was guard. So like I went back and worked for a unit that was like hooked on the 10th Mountain. So like
Oh, okay. All
I was in
right.
first 69th. But
Oh, okay.
we met about what, about 2000 and
That was
we
because I
met
had just came back from that. Yeah, we both
we
came
both
back. Had
came
just
back.
came back from
So we met
Afghanistan.
about
So
2012,
yeah,
oh,
and
awesome.
we've been pretty much friends ever since. So we've been on several ventures together, but grilling is like a passion, and if you can do something you love and give back to the people you love at the same time, then is it really work? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's it. That's how we met. And his kids call me Uncle Bailey. My kids call him Uncle Doe. You know what I mean? And that's what
Awesome.
it is.
Awesome.
So
right.
yeah.
So what do you guys do? Do you guys run like fundraisers where you guys just grill out and whatever you make goes back into the and you guys run a non for profit, right? So all the
Right.
money that you guys, it's all your money that you put into the program, which is fucking awesome. And
Right.
Yeah, we're not doing none. We're not selling anything. Like
yeah,
we're all this is our money.
The amazing part
Yeah.
about it is we are actually grilling for 40 veterans Saturday
awesome,
um,
awesome. Where's
at
that?
our Hopkinsville Penny Rail Veteran Center.
Oh, that's
They have about 40, 45 veterans. Like I said, they house 50 veterans, and it's a great organization. From addicts to people just don't have anywhere to go. It gets them work as well as help them out with rehab or anything they need in order to get their lives together. So it's going to be a great opportunity to get ourselves out there and do what we love to do.
that is awesome. See, like I feel that like most of the guests I have on, we talk about PTSD, we talk about the situation. So you guys are the first. We're talking about a bigger picture. We're talking about homelessness, which I think it's insane that these veterans come home and they don't have a home. You know what I mean? Like I believe anyone that serves for their country deserves to come back home, at least be helped with as much assistance as they can to be able to not be on the streets. Because we dealt with a lot of that with the Vietnam War. You know what I mean? Now these young vets don't know. Like you get told that when we come home, that the word's gonna be handed to us on a silver platter. You know, we're veterans, we served our country, and life's gonna be beautiful from here on out. And it's not. And that's a sad part that we have so many veterans that are homeless right now and don't have the resources to get out of it. Because some do come home and they're fucked up and they do drugs. You know, they can't deal with their PTSD. So it just, I feel like it makes it worse when you think you're losing everything and you have lost everything, even though you
Right.
served this great country. So to have two guys fucking paving the way is beautiful, man.
Thank you.
It makes me very proud to be fucking have served with you in fucking basic training, you know, and this is fucking awesome. So how many events have you held? Are you guys first jumping into this now? Is this
Well,
new?
the good thing about this is actually our first event. Uh, we had events planned several months prior to this one.
Yeah,
However,
COVID.
due with COVID and the constant going in and out of the red zone, we was unable to host any events. Other than just them
Right.
parties at my house, and that's it. That's what we've been doing.
Oh,
But we have our very first event, and it's 40 veterans, including the staff. So
that
we
is fun.
appreciate you for having us on your show.
Oh, no
Right.
problem, dude. So let's get a little background. Like, how long did you both serve? How many tours did you guys do? Like,
Well, I
Yeah,
served
it is.
6 years, 9 months, 21 days. I did 2 tours in Afghanistan with Curry.
but both infantry. I know you're infantry, Archie. So were
Yeah,
you
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm,
both
I'm, I'm
infantry.
infantry as
awesome?
well.
Awesome.
Infantry. Yeah, I did 5 years, one deployment to Afghanistan. I got out in 14. Heck, after that, went to college. We both got business degrees, so we both used that GI Bill to
Smartly.
get degrees. So, we both have degrees in business. And I said, we keep in touch. This is my brother. I
Yeah.
said, my kids call him uncle, his kids call me uncle. And
And
that's kind of how we've
and
been kind of doing it. And really, I mean, we didn't realize how much of the veteran community kind of really took grilling as serious as it was until we kind of made the page and started getting just so much attention from it.
yeah.
And that's just kind of how we've been doing it. It started as a whole family thing that we kind of did together, and just kind of is grown into something else. So we're trying to like really just inspire other people in other areas to maybe reach out and do the same things.
What would you tell someone that wanted to give back to the homeless? What were the first steps they should take? Should they just follow whatever their dream is and how they want to do it? Is there any steps you guys took that was kind of like tough for you guys to jump into this?
Well, the biggest step I took was I was able to deal firsthand with veterans that have mental illnesses as well as addictions through the veteran treatment court at here in Hopkinsville. And I saw then that there were several veterans that really had nowhere to go. So honestly, they just do crime and they'll end up in jail with at least it's 3 hots in a cot type deal. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So if they see one veteran doing right for other veterans, then they would want to follow suit. Like you've always taught to follow the lead. You know what I'm saying? So you want to do as good as the next man in front of you. So that's what we intend to do and showcase throughout our journey for grilling for homeless veterans.
And see, that's the thing is like it took me a while, like, because when I was out in Tennessee, I like Volunteers of America helped me get my house, and when I figured everything out, because there was like a stint that I was doing grunt things, like living on my own, like in my truck, hit some rough patches, but then I hooked up with Susan Poglo, who's a great VA officer. She got me hooked on to Volunteers of America, which got me into the house that I finally ended up buying and helped me out a lot. So I can't say that I've seen the severity of being a homeless veteran, but like I've been there. You know what I mean? Like I've been in that situation that I could have saw myself instantly fall to the waistline and become a homeless veteran. And I was
Right.
lucky to have the people in my corner that reached out for me and helped me out the way they did. And just to show, just to have people that understood me and respected me and what I did for my country in a state that no one knew who the fuck I was amazing. You know what I mean? Like, it made me have
Right.
hope in our community as veterans. You know,
Right.
so like, just even to, like you said, see another vet doing good, made me want to do good. I wanted to give back. I want to help veterans out that have PTSD or suicidal tendencies and stuff like that, which I did. So I started this podcast. I called my friend. I spit the idea to him. They were like, come back up to New York. We got studio. We got all the stuff you need, and just run with it. So like, I didn't
Right.
know that this is Majestic AF was just to help myself out. You know what I mean? And then it
Right.
ended up helping people out, and I was like, oh shit, like this is a big thing. So like, I can only imagine what the effect you guys are having on these homeless vets and these veterans that think they don't have anything to live for or don't have anything to, give back to society.
Right.
So
Right.
with that being said, how did you get in working with the courts were you helping them with their cases? Or
No. Well, actually, to be honest, I've had my own set of troubles that I had to overcome. I fought my own demons as well. You know what I mean? So to overcome that and be able to be, I say like role model to other veterans. Not just younger than me, but even those that are older than me, trying to get themselves together. That's what drove me to just continue to keep in touch with Veteran Treatment Court and just to try to give back to the veteran centers.
um so that's fucking awesome. Like, were you getting into your own troubles after you got out of service?
Right, right, right.
Okay.
I
So,
medically retired, and then once I got out, then things set in as far as coping with civilization. At certain, at one point, the bottle becomes your best friend. You know what I mean?
yeah, 100%.
So you just have to like overcome the adversity and just dig deep within yourself and realize what you're worth.
Yeah, I feel that. Like, I feel like a lot of veterans come home and when they get out of service, they lose their purpose because, like, our purpose was to defend the country. We have everything written out for us of what we're doing daily. And I feel like it's hard to come back out and be like, oh shit, what do I do? Like, I have to go out and get a job. I have to go do this. I have to go to school. And I feel like it's also hard for a lot of veterans, young veterans, to come back out after they've been to war or they've seen things and then go right to school and use their GI Bill. You know what I mean? Like, I know for me, like, and a couple of my buddies I talked to, like, it was very hard for them to sit in a classroom, definitely at a young age, at the same age as kids are in college.
Right.
And then they see how these kids are acting, and they're acting 1,000 times more mature than them. You know what I mean? So it's hard for them to like cope with like, oh shit, now I'm sitting in this class
Right, right,
with these
right.
guys
Yeah.
that don't have any life experience than I have, and they count themselves out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I think the biggest thing is as veterans, like we look at the younger, like in school, you look at the younger generation and you realize like their complacency, and you realize like that there are people that can't be complacent in life due to their living arrangements or the way they're brought up or where they're raised. You know what I mean? So I think that's the biggest trigger in that type of environment.
yeah, and that's the thing. It sucks because I wish there was a way for. I know there probably are some schools that give veterans more help or opportunity to get through the schooling. But I wish there was more for them to have like maybe smaller classrooms with just vets, etc. But at the same time, I feel like that would be not helping them go back into civilian life. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
it's
Right.
very hard to come out of the military and not feel like you're in a chaotic state when you're around civilians and everything moves faster than it should be. Because I feel like as a veteran, everything moves slow. You know what I mean? Like even being in Afghanistan, like things move slower because you're working with. But when you get into civilian life and everyone's bumping into each other, moving around,
Right. Right. Right.
have no common courtesy and stuff, and you see people getting drunk and fucking acting obnoxious, even though like infantry taught me how to fucking party. Um,
Right.
um, it's just hard for young vets to come back and be like live a normal life. You know what I mean? Like I know when I got out, like it was hard for me to find a good job because all I wanted was someone with experience. You know what I mean? Like, and all I had was experience in the military. So it was tough for me to find a play, like a niche at home and work a good job that was going to help pay the bills and stuff like that. So I was blessed to just roll the dice and have someone that lived in Tennessee, and I fucking made good investments and got to where I was. But a lot of people don't have that opportunity. A lot of vets don't have that opportunity. So they go to the VA to ask for help. The VA gives them whatever prescription drug they fucking want, and then they get hooked on drugs. You know what I mean?
To shut you up, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's they rather mask the problem and treat the symptom rather than the underlying issue. Really, is what it is.
100%.
It's terrible.
And so you guys are out in Kentucky, right?
Right.
So are you guys having big followings with this? Like, is it coming to what you guys pictured it to be? Grilling vets?
Well, it started pretty slow, and being in the military, serving ample amount of years, you meet a lot of people, and that alone can cause your following to rise. Um, like I said, it's pretty new, and we're up to like 370 some followers on Facebook right now. So it's still in the beginning stages of becoming something major.
Yeah, but even still, we didn't really expect this many people would be that much of a fanatic about grilling.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a passion, man. I see a lot of people. It's a passion, dude. Definitely, if you guys do it right. And you guys are in the South, so you guys definitely know how to fucking make some good barbecue and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've been experimenting and everything.
you
I
said
mean,
you said what? What was the rate of homeless right now? It's up 2%, I believe you told me.
yeah, it's up 2% this year, I believe, because of COVID. But yeah, they say 37,000 veterans experience homelessness a year.
That is crazy, man. And then
That is
I'm gonna
it's
shout out
insane.
the
No,
I'm gonna shout out the number you guys gave me right now for homeless vet aid. It's 1-877-4AID-VET. That is 1-877-424-3838. If you guys are experiencing any homelessness as veterans, you guys should call that number. I will post it when I post this, so you guys have it. These guys are fucking doing amazing things, and I'm fucking proud of you, Archie, dude. Like, I know we just stayed Facebook friends since basic training, but to see you making waves and giving back to a veteran community is fucking awesome, because that's what it's
and
about. It's what it's about. Like, I feel like a lot of vets are fucking scared to fucking, step forward and fucking try to help other vets out. You know what I mean? And we have great dudes paving the way, like, Ranger Up, Article 15, veterans showing like you guys can do this, you guys can find purpose. And it's hard sometimes, definitely when you're in the down and out and you feel like fuck, like no one gives a fuck about me. It's hard to be like, I'm gonna fucking do this, and as I do this, I'm gonna help as many fucking vets as I can. And the see guys do it. And when you reached out to me and we talked, dude, I was like, I definitely want fucking you guys on. It's a beautiful thing you guys are doing. Like, do you guys also like try to show other vets how to grill, or is you establishing that later or something?
Well, that's most definitely coming later. You know what I mean? Like, we're still trying to build our brand, and before we run ourselves thin, we want to make sure we're solidified as the dynamic duo on the grill type deal. You know what I mean?
right.
And go out and just help as many people eat some good barbecue as they can. And I grill and my wife make the sides. Some good old macaroni. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so we, so we just trying to. It's most definitely coming though.
That is awesome. So like when I'm gonna be going down to Tennessee doing a couple of interviews on the road and like filming some footage, the 19th. And you guys are not that far. Where are you guys in Kentucky? You got by
Yeah,
Lexington and stuff.
Hopkinsville.
yeah, right down the road. I mean,
Where
over here
where I
back.
lived, Lexington wasn't that far. It was like 3-4 hours from there.
3 hours, yeah,
Yeah,
three and a half.
So if anything, I'll fucking come out there, fucking get some footage with you guys and fucking chill, dude. Like,
Sounds
so
good.
my whole thing with me taking it on the road is I'm going to be filming like a mini documentary in a sense, but meeting vets that are changing the wave and putting waves into helping the veteran community out. And I also want to show that through the veteran community, we can show this country that we're a lot more united and a lot more alike than we are with everything that's going on. I feel
Right.
that us being the example, because we were willing to die for this country and that flag, I think us showing the example and leading the way will help this country maybe unite again. And it sucks that it's the way it is right now because like we all us three fucking definitely love this fucking country and wish the best for it. But I feel we've become so divided that the only way we can divide, like become united again is through the veteran community. It's tough. We're the only community that sticks by each other's side, no matter where we serve, no matter what we've done, no matter when we served. We're the only ones that like watch out for each other, and that's how every American should be. Like I believe every American should be reaching out and helping each other out.
Oh,
But it's not like that. So what is the future hold for Grill and Vets? Like what's your bigger picture? What do you guys want to come out of this?
I'm actually hoping that one day we could actually get the. Well, I ain't gonna say I'm hoping. What's gonna happen is what we're gonna do is eventually get this started into a nonprofit. I'd like to get to a point to where we could actually sponsor events from veterans, maybe in other parts of the country, that want to do the same things, and we could, it could be donation based, and we could just use that money strictly for sponsoring events around the country, taking care of other homeless vets, kind of making this a bigger thing since we have access to, the rest of the country. I mean, let's all take care of each other in different places, kind of, just make it spread and grow.
Yeah.
Is essentially is the plan.
So is there any secrets to your guys' barbecue? Like do you guys have your own home recipes and stuff like that?
Yeah, most definitely.
So you guys have sat down and practiced with a couple of things. What do you
Most
think you
definitely.
guys cook? What do you think both of you? What do you think one of your best plates that you can make? What style meat? What style? How do you guys smoke it?
Some baby back ribs.
Yeah, it is the ribs.
Yeah, most definitely. I make
You guys
right now. I make we'll sell out every day.
so what do you guys do? You guys smoke it? You guys fucking
Say that
what
again.
kind of wood do you guys use?
Apple.
Apple? All right.
I mean, but then again, it all depends on what you're cooking, what are you basing it, what you're seasoning it with. It all works together. It's a science to it.
That is awesome, dude. So
I personally have soaked some wood and some honey and brown sugar and kind of, use that as to kind of flavor. And it came out pretty good on the brisket.
really?
Yeah.
See, like that's the funny thing is like I have no clue about grilling. Like I can throw some burgers on like a fucking charcoal grill and like cook some burgers up, but like I have no clue about fucking smoking meat and stuff like that. Like and it's a huge fucking thing to be knowledgeable in. Like grilling's become a big thing.
Yeah,
So like,
Oh, yeah.
sure.
like I could see a lot of vets being into it, dude. Like, because there's a science to it. Like, I could fucking sit here, throw fucking apple wood on a fucking smoker and fucking cook some nasty ass fucking meat, bro. Like, and no one's gonna enjoy. But like to actually have something that like is gonna be fucking amazing
Right.
is beautiful. So how long have you guys been grilling each? Like, how long did you guys take? When did you guys take up the passion and start fucking actually taking grilling serious? Has it always been a thing with you guys? Have you always liked cooking?
Before I even let anybody taste my barbecue, I was grilling for several years prior. Because I burnt hella food when I first started. You know what I mean? Like,
Always, yeah.
like
Didn't always
you
come
put
out
the
good.
wrong wood on there, catch the whole grill on fire type deal. But I say I've been pretty good on it for the last 4 or 5 years, and that's prior to several years grilling before that. So
How about you, Archie?
And like just from a kid, man. I mean, from my parents. I mean, especially my dad. I mean, I learned a lot about grilling from my dad, just kind of coming up, and then, I mean, it's just kind of always been a stave at every family gathering. Is always, we've been on the grill always. So it's like I've just been around it my whole life kind of. And so, now that we've kind of picked up the passion of it and we're learning kind of the science of it, it's just, just getting better.
So your dad passed the torch to you, is what you're saying. Your dad passed the torch to you.
Yeah, essentially. I mean, yeah, you see, I say pass, but he's still on it too.
Yeah, awesome.
He's still on the grill too. So I mean,
Awesome.
yeah.
So so when you guys were at 101st, were you guys in the same platoon, same company, or did you guys just meet?
Right.
All
Yeah,
right,
same company.
that's awesome, dude. Like,
Matter of fact, and same platoon.
Same platoon for about 4 years, I believe.
Yeah.
3-4 years or so.
that is fucking awesome, dude. I so a friendship became out of being in the military, and you guys are changing fucking veterans' lives. It's fucking awesome, dude. Like that's
Thank you.
one of the most amazing things I've heard in a while. Cause like it's tough because how could I say this? Cause like I was always someone that was like always trying to be like, I know as an infantryman, like we're taught to like just adapt and overcome. You don't need any help. You don't need to fucking reach out to anyone. You're a fucking grunt. You can get through it. And for like, as I grew up, like I got older and I saw like, oh shit, I can't do some of this shit on my own. Like I'm hurting. It was tough for me to fucking, my pride wouldn't let me, call somebody and be like, hey, dude, like I'm fucked up. I need someone to talk to and
Right.
stuff. Like, so I know the feeling of like not having anyone there to help you out and stuff like that. So even though there's 1,000 people that are there to help you out, so to have guys like you fucking start something up that's straight up, you're doing it out of the love. It's out of your own pockets. You're fucking feeding numerous veterans just to fucking help them out. And sometimes happiness comes through food, man. You know what I mean? Like I'm a chubby dude, bro. Like I eat something fucking good.
I know,
Like,
dog. I know.
I'm a chubby dude. Like I eat something good, it fucking brings me a smile ear to ear. So like you guys are giving love and happiness out through fucking food, dude. Like that's fucking beautiful. A lot of people nowadays would rather just turn their backs and like not fucking help out their fellow man or fucking give a fuck about humanity. And that's the sad part. Like
A lot of time they turn it into competition for no
Yeah.
reason.
you know,
Or they can get money without. And I think money is really kind of a cop out almost. I feel sometimes. Sometimes seeing somebody that interpersonal, or that social interaction is a lot better than somebody just giving you cash.
Yeah.
Seeing that somebody gives a shit enough to like come and be like, hey, like say what's up to me or say hi to me. 22 veterans kill themselves a day. That's like ridiculous. That's ridiculous. And most of this is most of it probably can be prevented with a simple "How are you doing?" Or like a simple reach out could probably prevent like most of them. So I mean, if this can kind of help towards that, then I'm all for it.
Yeah, dude, like that's the thing is like I think it's fucking insane that 22 veterans kill themselves every day. And I always say this every fucking podcast. I'm not a huge fan of the 22 push-up challenge. I think you should call your 22 veteran fellow vets every day just to fucking talk to them.
Right.
And just check on them. But I feel that that's insane that like we see the statistic of 22 a day and our government's not talking about it. The VA's not doing much about it. But it's us veterans are trying our best to fucking help out.
Right.
And which is beautiful in that aspect, but it's sad that like no one fucking really gives a fuck, dude. Like it's like, oh, what I talked to this one guy and was like a very rude fucking dude. But he was like, well, they signed up for what they signed up for. And it's like, but that's still a human's life, dude. That's fucking crazy. And like, yeah, we all signed up for what we want to sign up for, but like to help
Well,
out
somebody
someone, to
has
give
to, and
someone
obviously
purpose.
he's not. So I mean,
like to just
somebody's got to. I mean, just saying.
Just to give someone a purpose to live, to fucking wake up in the morning means the world to me. Like that's something like I got a message from a veteran the other day saying like how he never knew how to talk about his problems and his PTSD, and just me fucking ranting with a couple of good friends on this podcast like gave him a reason to reach out to his family and fucking tell him that he felt alone. Like he felt like he had no one to fucking talk to. And like I was like, oh shit, dude, like that means the fucking world to me. Or like
Right.
you could. Oh, I just straight up sent him my number. I was like, you can fucking call me whenever, bro. Like you're not alone. And if I'm not in your state, I'll find a veteran in your state that you can go fucking have a beer with or what the fuck ever you want to do because you're not alone. None of us are alone, dude. Like, look, we fucking haven't talked since basic training, and I'm fucking still talking to you. You're on my fucking podcast right now. Like, you're never alone. Like, and that goes even to the civilians. Like, listen, dude. Like, we're all here for whoever, dude. Like, doesn't matter your background or your veteran. Like, if you fucking feel alone, you reach out to any one of my guests. Me, doesn't matter. We'll fucking give a lending ear. We'll listen to you. We would be happier that you stay on this fucking earth and don't kill yourself
Right.
because that means we did our fucking jobs. And like I said, I heard a quote from a vet. He goes around talking to fellow veterans and he says, he's like, I wanted to kill myself, but then I realized I would give the enemy the chance. Like they beat me after the fact. And I thought it was
Right.
a beautiful thing. Like you come home and you take your own life, you're giving the enemy what they wanted, and you're not, you survived the warfare and then you come
Right.
home and take your own life, you give the enemy the win. They checked it off the book. They got you. So with him saying that, like that resonated with me tightly. I'm like, dude, like I'm never going to give my enemies any fucking win. You know what I mean? I'm just going to keep striving. I'm going to keep pushing to be fucking better me. And a lot of people deserve that shit, dude. There's a lot of loved ones that like, when I came back home, I outcasted, I pushed away because of my mental illnesses, and which I will never. I'll state this: I'll never blame it on the fucking infantry. I love the fucking infantry. I loved everything I fucking did. I'm just
Hell yeah.
who the fuck I am, and I pushed a lot of family members away, and I was like, fuck. And then when I started finding myself again, I reached out to them and told them like, yo, it was just me, dude. Like I didn't mean it by anything. I fucking love you guys. And like, it was hard for me though to be like, admit that I was a fucking asshole and I was wrong because of the
Right.
pride. But like, I figured it out, and like, I had help from fucking other veterans to teach me like, like you're better than this. You can be a better person. You can be a better person in society, which that's what I'm striving for. And I fucking want to, I want to shine the light on any veterans that are doing the fucking same, which you guys are. So I want to know is was there any time that you guys, how can I word this? Any time that you guys were close to someone that that you helped out that like thought they lost their way or they're becoming homeless? Like
Right.
Most definitely.
like
Not naming the names, but
Yeah.
I
don't name
have,
any names, no.
I have. There was a gentleman I met through the Veterans Treatment Court, much older, 60 years old. Uh, I would go looking for him. If I didn't hear from him for 2 days, and one time found him actually in Walmart parking lot. Bad off. You know, just kind of gave him a push in the right direction. I didn't put no money in his pocket, but I made sure he ate. You know what I mean? Made sure he had something to drink. And checked on him daily. You know what I mean? Even when as far as going to one of the stands and getting him one of those free phones. Just so I can
Oh,
keep in touch with him. If you haven't eaten, then come see me. I'll feed you. Just as long as I can do one thing for you a day, I'll be satisfied.
yeah. See, like, and that's the thing is I feel like you're giving that person a reason to live. They're seeing the hope and the silver lining in the cloud. And it may not be the silver lining they want to see, but it's through you. You know what I mean? That's fucking awesome, dude. Like, people need to be more like that, dude. Like, people need to be more like us that are willing to fucking reach out and save somebody's life. Because I've read multiple stories about little things that could alter someone's life, like smiling or fucking just being nice and having common courtesy. None of us know what the next person's going through, like unless you fucking talk to them and let them tell their story. So like someone can be
Right.
going through a fucking shitty day and all they want is a fucking smile and maybe like a hello, or someone to tell them it's okay, and like maybe that'll get them to the next day. And
Right.
and and with and with mental health and shit, like that's what it's all about. It's about surviving the dark days and trying to get through the next day. So I know for a fact that I've had people come into my life that fucking changed it for the better and made me who I am today and saved my life. So like that's why I try to be the nicest I can be. I'll walk if I walk past someone that looks down, I'll say hi, I'll wave to them.
Right.
And I always end my conversations with "I love you" to like all my good friends. You know what I mean? Like, because you never know when's the last chance you're gonna be able to say that shit. You know? And I feel as long as we keep showing compassion to each other and telling each other that we love each other and fucking showing each other that there is brighter days to come, then we can live fucking and prosper a beautiful fucking life. I'm gonna see if you have any questions from our viewers for you guys. Hold on a second. And we'll see what these guys are saying real quick. Okay, someone asked, what types of barbecue sauce do you guys use or rubs?
Well, the rub is a mix of your own preference that we use. Like I said, we have our own secret rub that we use. And just a few ingredients. You know, you can use brown sugar, paprika, cayenne. If you like spice, if you like sweet, you know, you can use more of like pineapple-based seasoning or whatever you would like to use.
I've always been a fan of honey. You know, the honey's always been, a fan of mine. So,
So do you guys do like a lot of like sweet and spicy stuff, or like just do
Well,
you guys change it up?
I do a pretty good brown sugar honey glazed baby back rib. So yeah.
That's nice. So your baby back ribs are your guys' best cook. Can you guys do?
All
Are you guys good
hey,
at brisket? Are you guys good at pulled pork and stuff like that?
all look good.
yeah.
I all look good. I just like to cook the baby back because it looks as good as it tastes. Type thing, you know what I mean?
Right.
See that I can't do like I'm telling you like when
You pull the bone out,
if I come visit you guys like you guys have to show me some moves like because like I tell you the truth like I can cook ramen and
Yeah.
MRE pretty bomb cooking some MREs but like when it comes to shit like this like I can't cook dude like I can't I'll fuck up mac and cheese bro like I'll fuck up crack cheese dude but so, dude, like that's fucking awesome, dude. Like, so you guys just well, you learned from your father, and you guys just jumped into this and started fucking killing it. So, how many times did it take you guys to get the recipe perfectly right, like without burning it or fucking it up?
I mean, I thought the recipe was good, but you know, when you let your wife taste it, you know, you you change that shit 100 times, man.
so, so, with this being said, so you're gonna have this. When's this event again?
Saturday.
Saturday.
We're doing supper for the veterans at the Penny Route Veteran Center.
Okay, and then do you have any other plans or any other events set up or?
We're trying to coordinate some, but with COVID, like I said,
Because they
you know,
stopped the buffet thing, right? Like you can't have like a buffet line or something with COVID. I forget. That must
no.
what
Well, see, the way it's going to be kind of difficult because the way it is, they have 40 to 45 homeless veterans right now in that facility. Well, not so much as homeless, but being helped out in the house, and they can only do two served at a time with a maximum of 10 in the cafeteria. So it's going to be a more drawn out process to where the turnout won't look as big as it actually is.
so with so COVID put a damper on a lot of your guys' movements, huh, dude? Like
Oh yeah,
It
for sure.
did, yeah.
that's
Actually, our first event was supposed to be back in August.
really.
Like, yeah. It's been that long. It's been just with all the red tape with COVID, it's kind of really put that much of a damper on things.
Well, that's fucking good that it's fucking getting better for you guys. Like, cause I think a lot of people are gonna fucking learn a lot from this and get a lot of help from this, dude. Like,
Sure.
it's it's awesome that it's through food, and I think like Anthony
Yeah.
Anthony Anthony Bourdain, I believe, is one of my favorite guys because he lived a fucking amazing life. And like he would talk about finding happiness through food and fucking, traveling, trying new things. And like which made me like, cause I was very skeptical when it came to food about like certain things. Like not a big chicken guy or anything, cause like in my head it can get you sick. But like that's just me. But then I learned like from Anthony Bourdain and watching these guys fucking travel and trying new things. Like I fucking love everything. Like I'm
Right.
telling you guys, I'm gonna come see you guys and like you guys are gonna make me some food and fucking I'll probably like I'll be in love, dude. Like, cause,
Let's do
cause
it.
I've eaten some bomb ass fucking barbecue down in Tennessee and shit. Like, I wasn't lucky enough to get down to Memphis and try some fucking the famous Memphis barbecue, but I've had some good fucking barbecue in Tennessee. So, what's the difference between Like, do you think there's huge differences between like Memphis barbecue, your guys' barbecue? Like,
Well,
what's the huge difference between the different states? Who do you think? Who do you guys think is the fucking king of barbecue? What state?
Georgia.
Georgia? You think Georgia's the king of
Yeah.
barbecue?
Georgia.
So what's
I'm in Kentucky right now, but I'm representing for Georgia.
okay?
See, I'm from Indiana. I'm from up north, but you know, I mean, you still had to go. I had to go with Mississippi. You know, some
Actually, I
good
love Mississippi barbecue. I was out there at Camp Shelby for a while. It's fucking fire. But what's the big differences between the states? Like, do more use barbecue sauce or
I
rub?
think I think Memphis kind of like the dry rub. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
just it's still moist on the inside, but it's a dry bark bite on the outside.
Mhm.
Whereas like where we like like juicy meat, like you don't have to be crunchy. Just bite straight through the skin
Right.
as well. You know what I'm saying? Like we tear the membrane off the back just so you ain't got to fight with the meat. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah.
And further down south, you got more of your spicier kind of, barbecue
Cajun,
throughout New
like
Orleans.
yeah, that's when you get
Yeah.
into like the smoked alligator and
Right.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've actually had alligator. It was very surprising in Mississippi. Like, it's gonna sound weird. It wasn't out. It was like a po' boy, but like they called it like alligator balls po' boy, but it was definitely not
Yeah.
the balls. It was just meat of alligator, and it was fucking fire, dude. Like I could tell you like nothing. Not everything tastes like chicken. It tastes definitely.
Right.
Like you
That's
could
for
tell it
damn
was an
sure.
alligator. You know what I mean? Like you could definitely tell it was alligator, but it was fucking awesome. And I tried mad new things in Mississippi, like crawfish cookouts and shit like that. It's like never had a crawfish in my life, and that was fucking awesome.
The
And like
crawfish.
the fucked up thing was like this guy I met, Harley Hatton, met his wife. She worked at the All Ranks Club on base, and I met him through his wife, and he one day brought me fucking 2 bundles of fucking crawdads. I ate one. He's like, "Oh well, take this back to your barracks." And we had open bays in Shelby, and I put it in the fridge. And I woke up one day, and we had like these guys like woke me up and were like, "Yo, get that shit out of the fucking fridge. It reeks, dude." Like, and it was so embarrassing. Like, I was like, "Oh shit!" Totally got drunk and brought this fucking shit in the fridge, and it stunk up the whole open bay, dude. Like, it was fucking rank, but. It was just funny, dude. Like I was like, oh well, I don't know if you can eat these after they sat in the fridge again. So I ended up just throwing them out. One of my buddies took like a plate of it and ate it, but it was just, dude. Like everywhere I travel to, I try to try something new. Like I try to fucking
Steak crawfish would have been great for fishing.
yeah, dude. Like we could have used it for fishing, dude. Like,
That'd be perfect for fishing.
see, dude, I didn't
I
even think about that.
used to use them all the time growing up. We used to go out to Michigan because I'm from Gary, Indiana. Up north by
Yeah.
Chicago. So like we go up to Michigan a lot of times. Fish overnight. We'd always stop by in Monticello. They sold crawfish by like the pound, and man, you talking catfish like would tear that shit up. Like
Yeah.
we come back no less. I don't think we came back with anything less than like 30 cats in a fishing trip.
Dude, I want
Yeah.
to.
Size.
Is catfish good? Like I've never had.
Yeah.
Do you?
That's real
It
good,
depends
man.
on who, like, if the person knows how to cook it, right?
Hey, I don't know how to grill. Hey, I could deep fry some catfish too, my dog.
Oh yeah.
See, like, I've never,
I got some grilled salmon recipes too. So
see, that's my shit, dude. I love fucking salmon. Like,
Yeah.
I tried to cook this, like, salmon dinner because my boy, Zach Bedell, great fucking cook, he would, like, have cooking classes with me late at night, like, trying to teach me how to fucking cook. And one day, like, he wasn't there, and I was like, yo, I'm going to cook this food for this friend of mine. That's going to be bomb. Fucking ruined the thing, dude. Like, I destroyed the salmon. And, like, I just fucking, it sucked, dude. Like, I was like, wow,
yeah,
dude.
you
Like, I need to learn more. Like, I thought, like, I did exactly what he said. Like, I'm calling him, like, yo, walk me through this, dude. Like, what do we do next? And he's like, dude, like, I can't walk you through it. They're like, it's difficult to fucking tell you what to do next.
it is.
I don't know what
Yeah.
step you're at. So, like, this whole time, I'm just, like, burning the shit out of this fucking salmon. And it was, like, a big-ass slab. I spent mad money on it. I'm like, wow, dude.
Oh yeah.
And, like, but
I know.
at least my friends were cool enough to, like, they ate it. And, like, they were like, yeah, this is good, dude. Like, it's fucking awesome. And it's like, no, it's not, dude. Like, I can't even eat it. Like, it's fucking horrible, dude. Like,
Should have served it to your infantry friends.
yeah, they would have fucking ate it, dude. Like, 100%,
They
dude.
probably would have told you the truth.
Yeah, you would have told the truth, but you still would have ate it, dude.
Yeah.
That's the thing is like when it comes to cooking, you have to have the skills and like I read books and shit, but like I can't get fucking like I don't know like certain measurements and shit. Like so like I just add that shit. Like I watch all these cooking shows, they're just dumping shit in. I'm just like, oh, that's the same thing. Like that looks enough. Like that looks like it's a fucking cup. Like and really it's
We
not,
use
dude.
thermometer sticks and things like that to monitor our inside temperatures and things like that. And
So
yeah,
there's a huge science behind it, and you guys are fucking obviously professionals at it. Have you ever had someone not be satisfied with one of your plates? That like blatantly came up and was like, dude, what the fuck? Or are you guys that
no,
good?
not blatantly. No, I mean, there's been time where I know I kind of fucked that meat up, but but they'll throw some damn some homemade barbecue sauce on it. It'd be good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
it's not perfect all the time.
Yeah, no, it can't be. Like, but that's fucking awesome, guys. I'm glad to have had you guys on and fucking.
Sure, thank you.
You guys are fucking killing it. You guys are doing fucking big things. Don't let anyone ever fucking tell you less. You guys are gonna fucking change the game. I have fucking complete fucking faith in you guys, dude. And
You man,
dude,
real.
this is what it's about, dude. Like I say this every time. It's about us fucking staying united as veterans and helping out as many fucking people as we can. Because like at the end of the fucking day, like it's crazy, dude. That we have 22 veterans committing suicide. We have all these homeless vets. 37,000. You said?
1,000 a year.
Dude, that's fucking nuts, man. Like,
Yeah.
and no one really gives a fuck about it. So, with that being said, I have a fucking thing to get to tonight. So we're gonna kind of end this early if that's cool with you guys.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we're gonna spit your guys' stuff right now. This is Grilling Vets. You can add them on Facebook. Right? They can find their group on Facebook.
at Grilling Veg, yep.
Just say grill.
They're changing the way they're making moves and making waves just like Majestic AF. I'm glad to have you guys on. You guys are doing big things. Everyone go check them out. I will also have the number for the homeless veterans aid up when I post this. So if you guys need anything, any veterans out there struggling with homelessness, you call that number. Call these guys if you're in the Kentucky area. They'll fucking feed you, help you out, do whatever they can. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm blessed to have you guys in my corner, have you guys a part of the Majestic AF team. Thank you so much for what you guys are doing. Keep it fucking up. Keep changing lives. I'll talk to you guys after this. Thank you for being my guest. I love you too. Keep it up, and everyone stay Majestic AF. Remember, darkest nights bring the brightest stars. Peace out. See you next Thursday, guys.
Peace.